3, 2, 1. 1 second, folks. We're just waiting for Junior to get going here. All right, we're all set. Hello, Patriots. Welcome to the Hawk Podcast.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I'm Dennis. With me is Junior. His dad's off tonight. Mike is always in the back like he usually is. He didn't want to be on the screen because of Jack. He's also our computer savior guy.
Yep.
So let's stand for a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Every Thursday night, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we are here. We're on your favorite podcast channel, or for those of you who prefer Facebook, check us out, the Hawk Podcast Show. This country, our country, is in serious trouble, in serious decline from our politicians. Tell your friends and family, get involved with us, so we can make America better than these tyrants are doing, because they suck.
That's true.
They suck. You know, so Junior wanted to come on the show. He wants to talk about upcoming events with the Special Olympics. So, Junior, the show is yours.
We are doing Special Olympics State Games next Saturday, and then we have the open ceremony for South Carolina. We have it next Friday. And the whole state of South Carolina comes. All the athletes come, the parents and everybody else. And we have flag football, we got golf, we got bowling, we got, what's the other sports? We got like 5 to 6 different sports. I'm doing bowling this year. Me and my father are doing bowling this year, right down the road in the Surfside Lanes.
Aren't you also golfing?
No, I'm going to do golf this year.
Okay.
I just did that for fun.
Okay.
And the bowling is a big deal because sometimes if you do really good, you get to go to nationals. The nationals is a big, big deal. Nationals, you travel around the USA.
Nice.
Like, I went to nationals twice in bowling. I went to El Paso, Texas, with my brother Brandon. And then the year after that, went to Reno, Nevada. We had so much fun. And this bowling thing, you go to USA Games, World Games, the world, you can travel all around the world.
Okay.
Right? It's pretty interesting what Special Olympics does.
So, every Sunday.
Yeah.
Is that practice or is that still a Special Olympics?
This Sunday is the last one.
It's still a Special Olympics, right?
Yeah, still Special Olympics.
So you bowl with your dad.
Yep.
And I hear that your dad kicked your butt the other day.
He did. He beat me in 2 games, but I beat him in the last game.
Yeah, but you let him win the 2 games.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Did he kind of rub it in?
Yeah, he did. I know who I blame is my uncle Mike.
He wasn't there?
He wasn't there. He flat leaved me.
He sucked last Sunday.
Because he wasn't there.
Is he like a good luck piece?
Yeah, he is. He is.
I don't know. That mustache or beard.
He looks like a bottom of
The
a
longer
snowman,
he gets,
right?
the better he bowls.
What's that?
The longer he gets, the
better
better
he bowls.
And they do is for the state games, like all the athletes that have unified partners, like their parents, their brothers, their friends, they bowl with their athlete. And they do is, like me and my dad, we had the same average, like same scores and everything. So they would do is, they will put the people that had the same average as us, that we versus the same people. And it's a lot of fun. And you get to learn different skills about bowling.
You think you're better than your dad?
Yeah, I'm better than my dad.
What about golf?
He's better than me.
Not by much, though.
Yeah, he's pretty better than me.
That's because he cheats.
Who knows? I'm not that really good in golf. Not really.
Not really?
Nah.
Well, neither's your dad.
Huh?
Neither's your dad.
My dad's pretty good. He has some good days.
Mostly bad days.
Yeah, that's true.
He used to do swimming, too. Jack.
Yeah, I
Really
used
good at
to, in New York, I used to be on the swim team for Special Olympics. And they had a whole pool for us. And they used to call it the snake. You used to do, the swim lines, you see the Olympic pool and everything?
Mm-hmm.
We used to do that whole entire pool.
Nice.
We used to do it like 3 or 4 times.
So, you like doing the Special Olympics?
I love it.
What do you like about it? What do you love about it?
I do is, you meet new people, you meet the parents, meet new friends, and get along with them. Like they're your teammates.
I can admit this, he is the mayor. Everywhere he goes,
Yeah, that's true.
everywhere you go, you're talking to people.
It's like the same thing, like I'm from New York, and everybody in New York knew me.
We won't hold that against you, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know. And I knew everybody in New York. I knew a lot of people.
We went to a Pelicans game. He knew the security guy.
Because the security guard, his son does golf.
Okay.
He's on the golf team. So when we left, my dad looks at me, he says, "We know that guy, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's from the golf team." He said, "Oh my God, I knew him."
So, how can people get involved? What can they do to help?
They can do is, if you want to volunteer this weekend, you go to Facebook, and it's called Horry County Special Olympics, South Carolina. And you do is, there's people that are in charge, you just inbox them, let them know that you want to volunteer. They need volunteers for the dinner for Friday, for a setup. It's about like 3 hours, the setup and everything. And then they have to clean up. You clean everything up, and then you go home.
Where's the opening ceremony at?
In the Myrtle Beach Convention Center.
Can anybody go to that?
Yeah, anybody. Anybody can go. They have like a show, like different themes each year. In each theme, they have a dance, like a big dance. Everybody comes from South Carolina. It's really a big deal.
Do you dance?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
What about your Uncle Mike?
Dancing now.
He goes like this.
He's dancing now. Look at
He
him.
goes like this.
I'm the best chair dancer there is. That's
He
it.
is.
And my arms move and nothing else.
And anybody wants to help, you talk to Special Olympics or South Carolina Special Olympics. They have a whole website on Facebook, and you have to talk to them.
All right. So if people can't go to that, is there other ways they can they make
Yes.
donations to help Special Olympics?
They can do is go on. They have a Facebook page. It's called Horry, Horry County Special Olympics. You go on the Facebook page, and they have a donation page. They have all different ways you can donate.
Okay. You can also go on the Special Olympics
Yeah,
website.
yep, you can do
Just
that
type in
too.
Special Olympics and it'll get to you.
And they do it on Facebook. You know how you do like the birthday donations? You know how you donate for a page, a group and everything? You can do it is just go on Special Olympics and they have it right up there.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Anything to add?
I'd like to thank you for letting me come on.
You're on every week with us. You just don't talk.
I know, but I appreciate it.
You got it, buddy. Mike, what do you got going on tonight?
Not much. I was going to just follow your lead and whatever you were saying. I did find something interesting, though. When I do my prayers, I do a word search. I find a verse or something that I like, and then I try to write prayer around that. And it was scriptures this time around. So I was looking for some verses to do with the scriptures. And I went to Psalms 12, and 6 and 7 had to do with the scriptures. But the last verse in chapter 12 in Psalms, I couldn't believe what I was reading. It says, "The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted." If that isn't happening right now, if we're not exalting the most wickedest people there are, and when you do that, there's wickedness all around.
Do you ever think people are going to get back to the Bible and back to Christ and realize that these people are false prophets?
Unfortunately, the false prophets are even going into churches now. They're all over, but that is there's a falling away and on the end times, When they say it falling away, they don't mean just the worldly people. They mean the church people.
No, the Bible says that Jesus is going to return. Do you think he's going to return in our lifetime?
I don't know, but if things don't change, maybe. They say once, when the Gentiles are fully in, like when everybody has a chance to get saved, that's when things, there's supposed to be rapture, and then the Jacob's trouble is supposed to start, and it's going to be horrible times. And people will get saved during those times. It's going to be horrible.
Right.
And it's going to be the mark of the beast, that if you take it, there's no saving you. So, but if you don't take it, you can't buy or sell. It's going to be horrible times. And then the second coming comes, and there'll be 1,000-year reign of Jesus Christ on earth. So, it could be, if things don't change, if there's not what do they call it when, like during the 1700s, there was a lot of people getting brought to Christ. But they're not doing that anymore. Matter of fact, they hate Christ.
I know, it's bad.
I mean,
It is.
These street preachers, which are the bravest people I've ever seen in my entire life, women are horrible to them because of abortions. They look at anyone who's religious, they automatically go towards the abortion side. And like I said the last time I was on, it used to be one of the hardest things for a woman to do. It haunted them for life.
Right.
Now it's celebrated. People are literally celebrating. Now I'm not saying the ones that get it, but there are people that are celebrating this.
Right.
Do you know what the leading cause of death is in the world?
What is it?
Abortion.
Is it really?
Yes.
That's a big deal.
That's a 1,000 children in the United States a day.
Wow.
Over almost 500,000 a year.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So, but I don't know, if things don't change, and it cracks me up when you hear the environmentalists. Oh, God has an environmental plan, all right. 1/3 of the trees burnt, hailstone with fire, earthquakes, local floods, and pestilence. I mean, that's his environmental thing coming.
I mean, I have no clue when the world's going to end, but it looks like you can see stuff that's going on now that you read about in the Bible. It's like the beginning has started,
Yeah.
The end has started.
The thing that got me was the falling away. When they say the falling away, they don't mean the falling away of the worldly people, because that's been going on a while. But when you see the falling away of the church, that's when the false prophets are in. It's rock and roll allowed in churches, and it's just the false gospel they're preaching.
Right.
God is love. They're preaching. There is no hell, and it's prosperity. And that's not God in the Bible.
I can't see how people think they have prosperity today in this economy.
No, and when they say prosperity, that if you believe in God, if you have faith in God, all good things will happen. Oh yeah, how about the Christians in Iran? El Salvador, Iraq, China, North Korea. Are they seeing prosperity as a Christian? I don't think so.
No.
And now even in the United States, they're trying to get rid of this Bible.
They are.
They've done a very good job.
At limiting religion.
Yep, and making it look as if that's hate. The Bible, if you believe in the Bible, that's hate speech. Remember I said when we first started that things it's going to be good is evil and evil is good. It's happening. Big
Right.
time.
That's true.
So, I like to point out the failures of politicians every week.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Yeah, it is.
I honestly feel they're destroying this country at our expense. It's right in front of our faces, and most of us sit back and, no one cares. But you should care. There's two more areas I want to talk about. One deals with immigration, which Biden and Kamala Harris say it's secure. We have the securest border ever.
That's a joke.
We've had 6 million people come in the last 2 years, but I can't see how it's secure at all. Got more fentanyl coming in over the border. I don't see how it's secure at all.
It's crazy.
And the other, the cost of living in America. This bidenomics. If you think it's working, you're crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
You're crazy. It ain't working for everybody. It might be working for the rich people,
Yeah.
but it's not working for the middle class and lower class. You know, we all know this administration has failed us with immigration. That's not just the Democratic Party, that's Republican politicians as well. Both parties, all these lawmakers have failed to make this border secure. And they do it at our expense. As I said a couple minutes ago, since this administration was vetoed in office, more than 6 million illegal immigrants have crossed into our country. I'm not sure most of these people are good.
I'm not thinking so.
I'm not thinking so either.
I think some of them are. They want a better life in other countries. Some are illegal. These illegals are bad people.
Yeah.
They're just downright criminals. They're killers. Just here to create problems for the people who live here. It's a proven fact they're nothing but. That's what they're here for. You know? With open borders, drugs. What's here about drugs? We can't secure the thing with drugs. You know? It's out of control. Yeah, because you politicians have let it out of control.
That's true.
People are dying.
Fentanyl kills so many people a year. In 2022 alone, over 110,000 people died from fentanyl alone. That's not including opioid deaths. I don't even know how many that was. Also in 2022, over 58 million fentanyl-laced fake pills and more than 13,000 pounds of fentanyl powder were seized.
Wow.
It's a lot of
Can
drugs.
you imagine how much got through?
That's all. Nothing got through. That's all it was seized. You know, more than 387 million lethal doses, which more than kill all of our population.
Yeah. Well, now this is the stuff that if you take one pill, if it's the wrong kind, you could die.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, you can. Fentanyl could kill every single person living in this country today. What are politicians doing to make it safer?
Nothing.
We can open a border. These drug dealers don't come in, you know. These cartels, you know. We've talked about human trafficking and how our government's involved in it. You know.
$150 billion industry, and they actually call it an industry.
Yeah. We have to start waking up, folks. We have to. Listen, for people who watch CNN and MSNBC and this liberal media outlets who don't give a damn about what's going on in this world, all they want to do is protect, you know, the Bidens
And their income.
and their income. That's where they're getting it from. You know, that's fine. They want to do that. Let them. Our job is to wake people up and just point out things that this country, this government is doing to make us unsafe. And the number one reason we're unsafe is because we have open borders. Texas is getting slammed every day with these illegals. They're allowed to enter per the administration's orders. Governor Abbott says his state cannot handle all these people. So he makes a decision to bust illegals to other states, like New York. And they've always said they're a sanctuary city, would love to have them. You would think they would welcome folks with open arms to their city.
Yeah.
It's not the case today, people. New York City Mayor Adams now says his city can't handle the 10,000 people every month they're getting. And so far, 110,000 people have already arrived. He tells the people of his city, we are losing our city to migrants. And everyone who lives here should be put on notice because they will soon be in your neighborhoods.
And whose fault is that? He's acting like he never said anything.
Right.
That's true.
It's the Republicans' fault.
You think he would have told? You think he would have said, "Hey, Biden, you got to do something"? I mean, I know it's unbelievable, but yes, the sanctuary city doesn't want illegal immigrants to come to New York anymore. Instead of blaming this administration for the problem, he blames the mayor of Texas.
Yeah.
So it's all right that Texas has all the illegal immigrants, so their residents can get murdered and drugs and fentanyl and all that. They shouldn't be in New York City because their citizens are better. Can you see how crazy this is?
That's ridiculous.
Come on, folks.
What did Biden say? Didn't Biden say that they should stay in Texas?
Yeah.
That they should make all of them
They're
go to
they're
Texas?
trying to pass a law to make them stay in Texas.
I mean,
That's
first
crazy.
of all, he can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
He can't make a law. He's the president. I don't understand what happened here.
I don't know. And I just want to say this mayor of New York, he campaigned
Yep.
for the leaders of this administration who have created this nightmare.
Yep.
But he mentioned nothing about that in his press conference last week.
Yep. He acts like he never knew anything about this. He welcomed them.
Yep.
And now he's telling his citizens, wasn't me. I didn't want this.
But he's telling the citizens, be aware, because our city's being overrun by migrants.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened, man.
I want the mayor grow a set of balls and take control of the city.
Take responsibility, at least.
Yep.
Take responsibility for everything. Hey, listen, we all
I
know
made a mistake. This was wrong.
These politicians don't accept responsibility.
No.
It's our fault.
Yep.
Everybody
Wake the hell
else's
up.
fault but theirs.
Stop being brainwashed by these politicians because they're nothing but scumbags.
That's true.
This mayor should hang his head in shame for failing the citizens of New York City.
Yes.
Yep.
Have you seen pictures of it?
Yeah.
It's horrible. I
Just
mean, you
another-
can't get down the street with the homeless there. With all the illegal
It's just like San
immigrants.
Francisco or
Yes.
Portland or
Yep.
Seattle.
Yes.
They look like third world countries.
Yeah, they do.
In my opinion, this administration, it doesn't matter what political affiliation these administrations are anymore,
No.
because they all have failed us. Every one of them have failed the American people, and yet we keep giving them chance after chance. When the hell are we going to wake up and say, chances are done, we're voting other people in? You can't do any worse than these freaking clowns.
No, you can't vote these people back in. They have let us down.
Mhm.
There's no leaders whatsoever in any part of government right now. Maybe two.
I don't see any. Just with this Biden thing. Oh, we got so much information on Biden. Where is it?
Not only that, what's going to happen? No one's going to jail, folks.
No.
Nothing is going to happen. There is a two-tier justice system
Yeah.
going on. And everybody better wake up to it.
Shifted the same thing. I got all this evidence. 2 impeachments, what evidence they had. Didn't present anything.
Right.
So this Comer and Jim Jordan, they're doing the same damn thing. But we're freaking people are, oh yeah, let's go for it. We believe them. I wouldn't believe the damn thing these people say. Show me the evidence. They haven't got any, folks. You
And
know
even
what?
if they
The
did,
Democrats impeached a Republican. Republicans are going to impeach a Democrat.
Right.
And it's going to keep going on and on every administration from now on.
until we get rid of them. Because this has been going on for years. It's like whoever's in office, we have to impeach them. That's Congress's job now. They don't pass laws, they just impeach presidents. That's what they do.
We got to hold hearings to spend money.
Yeah.
Money we don't have any to spend.
That's true.
It's ridiculous.
They want
It
to create
is.
more taxes on us, but again, we sit there and say, "Okay, how much money will we pay?" Come on, we pay enough.
There's no more money left.
No,
Like you said the last podcast, in South Carolina, you can't afford the rent on the salaries that people are getting paid.
no, you need to make $52,000 as a single person.
To rent.
No one's making that down here.
No. So we're out of money. You can't tax us anymore. There is no more to give.
These people are crazy. You know what? They're not crazy. We're crazy. We're crazy
Keep
for
on
voting
voting these
in
people
office.
in.
Yep.
Why are we voting Lindsey Graham in 4 times?
That's ridiculous.
Why are we voting Nancy Pelosi for like maybe 300 times.
Yeah, has anybody taken a look at her state? It's a third world country right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it is.
But she's doing a great job, America.
And what happened? Whatever happened to her husband? With all the laws that he broke, what does he get?
He gets a free pass.
Yeah, nothing. 2 cheers, people.
We're one step closer to losing our country.
Yeah.
Losing this America. And we're let it happen, don't care. Maybe we need it. No. This is all thanks to these useless office holders that we the people have voted for.
Yeah.
The next time you go to the polling station, remember every time these elected officials have failed you and your family, which is every single day. They fail us. Every time they open their mouth, they fail us. And when you finally realize they have failed you, vote different.
Yeah. Not only vote. There used to be a time where you used to call your congressman.
They need to help you out.
Whether they did a good job, you let them know, or whether they're not doing a good job, you let them know. And you call them and say, Mr. Congressman, Mrs. Congressman, I'm a voter. You don't start doing your job, I'm going to vote you out. Everyone, their phone should not stop ringing with civilians calling them, saying, remember me? I'm a voter. You don't start changing your ways, you're out.
People have lost the reality that we vote them, so we control their jobs.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know what?
Stop voting for party, vote for person.
Yeah. Look them up. See what they've done. Because if you don't do something, there's not going to be any more voting.
That's
It's
true.
going to be a socialist country. And who knows what it's going to be from there. It might be a communist country or who knows.
Right.
Yep.
You never know where we're going.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good though.
No, it doesn't.
Spiraling down out of control. We've talked about the pendulum on a clock. Pendulum on a clock goes left and right, left and right. Every 4 years it goes like this with Republican 4 or 8 years, Democrat 4 or 8 years. So nothing will ever change because it's going like this.
Yeah.
We need to go forward.
Right.
We don't need to go backwards. We need to go forward. And we can't go forward with the politicians we have now
No.
because they don't care about America. They care about party.
They don't
And what
care
they're
about
doing
us.
today, right? What they're doing today, this impeachment thing, watch what they're trying to do to get passed. They're all in it together.
That's true.
And don't we have a little problem about keeping the government open? Isn't that also on, on top of everything else? And how about that governor of New Mexico? How about that?
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard
saw
that.
And the reporters asked, will the criminals turn in their guns? You know what she said? No. Well, why are we doing this? Why are you suspending the Second Amendment?
Because she's stupid. They're
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
That's true.
It's unbelievable. And people, everybody who's in police should tell her right now, we are not going to enforce that law. I sworn to protect the Constitution. I can't do what you're saying, Mrs. Governor.
Well, these police departments are all,
I mean, I don't understand what's going on.
again, when you finally realize these people have failed you, vote different.
Yes.
Yep. That's true.
Yep. And don't vote, like you said, don't vote for party.
Vote for people.
Vote for people who are competent and who will do the job for the
Or
American
constitutionalists.
people. Right. Who know the Constitution. Like that one guy who pulled out the Constitution. He was in the debate. What a great guy. I mean, I don't think he'll ever make it, but he should be one that might move up in polls.
Right. But, I don't know where to go from there. Just people are so brainwashed today. We have to wake the F up.
Yeah. And Dennis, it's going to get scarier because we got a bunch of young people that are graduating that were taught to be woke. They don't know there's a problem here. They don't know they're losing their rights. They don't know their rights.
No, they don't.
As far as they're concerned, everything's fine. These are the same people that don't go grocery shopping because mommy and daddy does.
Yep.
So they have no idea.
Yep. So I don't know what your financial situation is out there listening to us. But I can tell you this, lower and middle class families are struggling every week. to make ends meet. Should I get gas for the car? Should I buy groceries? Should I buy medicine for my kids? Should I buy diapers? You know, it's getting worse every single day.
Yeah.
Yep.
The money doesn't make it through the week. And people are hurting, they're struggling. That's the second area I want to talk about today. The second area I think politics are ruining this country and why we need a new direction. You know, talk about money. Show you what it takes to live in the States. We're going to talk about how much. I'm going to use a single person. And I saw this article. And how much does a single person need to make ends meet in every state? They listed all 52 states. Came out last week, so about a week and a half ago now, because we were off last week. Written by Gidget, Alec Paya. This is right after the headline. It can be costly to live as a single person in the U.S. You would need to earn between $46,000 and more than $112,000, depending on which state you live in. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
For a single person. Every state, like I said, was included in this article. Another area where tyrants try to control us with the paid wages they pay us. Federal minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. They keep telling us they want to raise it to $15, $20 an hour. Why hasn't it been done? Because it's all talk. They know these big corporations will not stand for their bullshit if they raise the minimum wage. So it's all talk. And it's always going to fail. It's going to get stuck in a committee. Because they know these corporations they'll do whatever they can. Corporations run this country. You think Biden's running this country? Biden doesn't even know where he is.
That's true.
You know, I seen an interesting thing with Biden. Did you know 60% of his administration is from Obama?
Yeah, I did know that. You know, this administration will blame it on private employers and big corporations. When you look at it, because of the regulations they have created, it makes it harder for an employer to pay you more.
Yep.
That's true.
They will never pay you more than 25%. They'll tell you every month. Every time you'll hear a freaking politician come to your door, hey, I'm running for office. What are you going to do for me? We're going to get you up to $15 an hour for federal minimum wage. They've been saying that for 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years they've been saying that shit for.
Plus,
You know, I'm so-and-so and I'm running for Congress. What are you going to do for me? I'm going to secure the border. You know what you do? Flip them off and say you're full of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Because they
true.
ain't do nothing for it. Because it's all talk. Find someone that'll tell you what's wrong with this country.
and this is what I have planned to do.
Don't even say that. And say, I'm going to listen to the people, how to get there. I'm not listening to the party. I'm not listening to big corporations. I'm listening to you, the constituents. Majority rules.
Yep.
If you want me to vote for something, I will vote for it because the majority in my district believe that.
Yeah.
It might be a controversial subject, but the majority rules. This is America.
Yeah, that's something we haven't heard in a while.
Yeah.
The majority
That's true.
rules. It's usually the minority that is ruling nowadays.
But people rule, not these freaking politicians.
Yeah.
You know? And companies are in business for one reason. To make money.
Yeah.
They're not giving it all away to employees. You know, I know you don't want to hear that, but
Well, that's what they do, and they're good at it, and they're not going to lose money.
No.
If you raise, even if they raise it up to $15 an hour, they will lay off a percentage of their workforce because they're not going to lose money.
you know, or when they do that, corporations are going to raise their merchandise up.
And that's
So
another.
you're still going to be right where you are.
Yep.
You know, but again, I know people don't want to hear that, but it's a fact of life.
Yep.
They're not going to pay you what you deserve.
If you're paying $5 a slice of pizza now, and if they raise it up to $15 an hour, you will pay $7 for
Yep.
a slice of pizza.
Yep.
So you're still going to be in the same boat. They can't just raise the minimum wage to fix the problems that we're having today. They have to lower the taxes. They got to get more people working in this country. There's so much that they have to do now.
And stop giving handouts to people.
Right. Close the borders. You know,
There's no
let's-
reason why a healthy person has to be on welfare just because they have 4 or 5 kids.
Yep.
That's
I
true.
read an article where if you're people who are making 6 figures are living paycheck to paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's
Well, wait till you see here in a minute. Whatever some places need to make. You know, the corporations are only going to pay you what they think what they believe they can afford to give you. They're going to make sure they have a good living before you.
oh yeah.
All right, that's just the way it is. That's just the way business is. So I know it sucks, but I mean, I've been working for this company for 3 years now, and besides like a year and a half ago getting like a 35 cents an hour raise, they finally given us a $2 an hour raise. And that's still nowhere where we need to be as a single person. You know?
Like we should be. We should be able to live
Comfortably.
but they have made it to the point. You know, the reason why we can't afford to live right now is because all of it goes to taxes.
Yep. You're right. In this country right now, inflation is high.
And that's a
It
tax.
just went back up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hitting
Yeah,
back.
and
We're talking
he's
about that.
talking about his great plan. It's inflation. It's going up again.
You know, cost of living is higher. Interest rates are out of control. And our politicians are living the high life.
You see the gas prices?
Oh yeah, I saw them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
317 yesterday and 346 today.
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
No.
I should have got gas yesterday.
You should
I should
have.
have done.
You should have.
These politicians don't give a damn what you make. Just don't take theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're making $175,000 a year, $174,000.
They make it more than that.
Right, but they are. But
I mean,
let's
they
use.
get- with that salary, they're coming out multimillionaires.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know why they shouldn't.
Yep.
How is that possible?
Yep. So here in South Carolina, for a single person to live in this state, you need to make $52,000 a year.
And there's no jobs that pay that.
So let's just say the jobs we have now are. I gotta find this junior.
What's the
So it's
average?
gonna be like $2 an hour raise. It's gonna be like people are gonna make about $17.50 times 40, $700 a week times 52, $36,000.
Wow.
Sorry,
Nice job.
folks. $36,000.
Wow.
That's what they're getting.
Wow.
That's before taxes.
That's
So if we
crazy.
need $52,000 to live as a single person,
That's crazy.
What's the average salary in South Carolina? Do they have that?
it wasn't bad much.
It wasn't 52.
Not for a single person, no.
Yeah.
So $36,000 before taxes. How do you think a single person can't live down here? They need to make $16,000 more.
Yeah.
So how are they doing it?
It's crazy.
Most people aren't getting a second job, I can tell you that. There's some people out there who are good go-getters and they'll do lots of overtime to make sure they make what they can to survive. South Carolina is ranked 23rd overall on this article. In New York City, in New York, you need about $73,000 to live
Wow.
For a single person.
for a single person. California, $80,000.
Wow.
In Hawaii, not gonna believe it, $112,000
For a single
for a
person.
single person to live.
Wow.
112,000.
Wow.
You know,
That's crazy.
I don't know. Most of the people I know aren't making that.
No.
Most of the people I know make 36,000. You know,
When I was working, before I retired, with all the overtime, the most I made was 75,000.
you know. But how many single people you know out there making that kind of money?
Nobody.
Very few.
I don't personally. I don't know anyone, a single guy that's making that kind of money.
I can guarantee you the people living in this area
Or not.
Nope.
have no chance of making that good money, that much good money. No chance. And then with rent, food cost increases. I know some people
Yes.
can't even afford to go out to dinner anymore.
Oh,
It's
restaurants
crazy.
are outrageous. Restaurants had doubled.
They are struggling. I know Madeline and I went out for lunch today. We got garlic bread, a pizza, and 2 drinks. Guess how much?
How much?
$20?
How much? 20 thinking 20?
Yeah.
How much you thinking?
I would say about 25.
$35.
Wow.
That's without the tip.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know that they have at least doubled the restaurant cost.
Yep.
And that's
I mean, look at the houses around here. They're falling apart.
Yeah.
Nobody has the money to fix them up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones. You know? I do make that much money because I have a retirement. You know? But if I didn't have a retirement, I'd have to go live with my ex-wife. That ain't happening. You know? But I told you guys, Matt and I bought a house.
Yeah.
So, and actually it was her who helped me fix this house up to get it where it needed to be.
That's good.
And you guys did it on your own.
Yep, she
Yeah.
did a lot of painting for me. She did a
That's
lot of
awesome.
cleaning for me. You know, thank God she just got a green thumb because I don't. I like to fly, kill the flowers.
I pour concrete. I'm very good at that.
So I'm one of the lucky ones. I had the money to fix mine up. You know, most people can't do that today. It's hard to live in America because of these politicians and the laws they've created. And when all they want to do is tax us more and more, what are people going to do? Family of four can't survive today. They're going to the freaking food pantry to get their food. People don't want that. People want to make it on their own. Well, there's some people that want to rely on the government, but if you listen to Anthony Oliver's song, politicians north of Richmond, you know, you'll know who they are. You know, and that's another reason why politicians are failing these people, because of inflation and the high cost of living in America. Think about it, everyone. This is why we need to vote different. Stop voting for Republican or Democrat. Vote for an independent candidate. Vote for Libertarian. Vote for Green Party if they can do one. They can't do any worse than what these politicians are doing now. It might even help them politicians now make better decisions if you have more than two sides of that, two sides of the aisle, political aisle, Republican and Democrat. Man, if you had 10, 15 people of different political groups in the Senate right now, and maybe 25, 30 in Congress, in the House, man, these politicians have to come to you.
You would actually have to fight to get a law passed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute now.
You would bring them back to
That
the
is the
debate.
Constitution.
You would get them back to the debate table. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to start listening to these people. Well, they're voting for other people.
Yeah.
Maybe we should add term limits, because they ain't gonna do it on their own. You know? And like I said before, this Article 5 convention, listen, it's a great idea. It's outlived its usefulness. The people of America should decide. It should be on the ballot, federal ballot, where everyone has a chance to vote if we want term limits or not. Whether we want 6, 12, or 18-year term limits for everybody. That's the only way we're going to win. Take the control back from these morons, these tyrants that are ruining our country. Junior, you got anything to add about anything?
No, what happened one time was we went to Burger King. It was my dad and my uncle. And my uncle got a Whopper.
Double Whopper.
A double Whopper.
Double Whopper meal.
Yeah, tell me how much it was.
Burger King. Double Whopper meal. Take a wild guess.
$13.
$17. I said to her, I only ordered one. She goes, that's what it cost.
That's
I said,
crazy.
for one meal? She goes, yep. I said, that's a lot of money.
It's crazy now. All these restaurants, because of the inflation and everything, is so much money. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, Mike, can you lead us in prayer?
Yes.
Please.
All right, the verse is John 5:39. Search the scriptures, for in them ye think ye have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. All right, let's pray. Please, Lord, help these poor people in Maui, Morocco, and Libya. Please help them through their suffering, and please help their families that are grieving now. Lord, also on a more personal note, please help Maria through her surgery and cure her. Please, Father, bless and protect this new party, this podcast, and all that work on it and all that listen to it. Lord, please have mercy on this nation and have our leaders do your will. Lord, have mercy on us sinners and have us do your will. Father, eternal life comes no other way but by knowing your Son, Jesus. Thank you for providing your words as a testimony to him. For from it we learn the truth about your love for us and the sin that separates us from you. When questions arise in our hearts or the hearts of those who don't believe in you, make us search your word for the evidence of truth. Keep us daily in the scriptures so that we will always be ready to respond to doubt. We pray this in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
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 So one thing before we end up here, our book, Politicians Gaslighting Americans, the editing phase is complete.
Yes.
Jack and I finished that last night.
That's awesome.
I sent an email to Dorrance Publishing, and it should go out to the editor, or not the editor, the printer in the next couple days.
Very good.
So it's getting very close. We'll let you know when the release date is. Like I said, my only goal with this, hopefully politicians pick it up and read it on the floor
Yep.
of the Senate or of the House and say, this is what people really think of us.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of opinions in here. And if you don't like our opinions, this book's not for you.
That's true.
Because America was founded on opinions, it's going to stay that way. And if your feelings get hurt because of this book, well, I hope it hurts.
Yeah, you know what? There used to be a time when we used to discuss things and debate things.
Yep. Like James. He's a diehard Republican.
Yep. And he'll debate.
We don't get mad at him.
Yeah.
You know, that's his opinion.
Yeah, it is.
You know, there's other people, Democrat people that I know. Like my daughter, she's and her husband, they're very Democratic. That's them.
Yeah.
You know, do I tease them about Biden? Yeah, I tease them. But, and they say things about with Trump. They tease me about Trump and everybody else. You know, but I don't disagree with their, with their thoughts, with their opinions, because that's their opinions. You know?
That's true.
You could debate, though.
You
can debate the issues.
Yeah, you can have fun doing it.
Say, now, you gotta have to prove to me you're saying this, but where's the evidence? Because I don't see it.
Right.
But none of that goes on anymore. They walk away from you.
That's why I say if we had other people elected to the House and to the Senate, it'll come back. So we just got to get away from the mentality of we need a Republican or a Democrat in there.
Right. We need a competent person.
Yeah.
Yeah, constitutionalist. We want to thank you all for listening. We hope you realize that our country is being destroyed by our radical politicians from both parties. Mm-hmm. It's no longer about we the people. It's all about party and politicians controlling every aspect of your life. Don't be one of the brainwashed. Be a fighter, not a follower. We can win the war with your help. Join us today. Tell friends and family about us. Share this podcast with everyone you know. Remember to do your research. Trust the information. Don't trust the information. Verify the information, especially everything we tell you. We'll never tell you to trust us 100%, even though we're not going to lie to you. When you find all the research, you'll be amazed at what you find. Challenge you to read the Constitution. Not only the federal Constitution, but your state Constitution too. There's so much stuff in there that you realize the politicians aren't supposed to do what they're doing. Knowledge is power. We'll see you next week, Patriots. Have a good weekend.
Have a good one, everyone.
Good night.